episode 6, Face Off. And it's your boy Icon with another review for you. And pretty soon we are entering the realm of 4K. If you follow me on social media, you know that I just posted a picture. I bought myself a brand new camera so I can produce better content, more crisp looking content for you guys. So we're going to be rolling this out. Actually, Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con is when I will use the camera for the first time. So let's pray that this works and everything comes out looking good. Share your questions, comments, and concerns down below. All right. So, and also hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Subscribe to my channel. Check out my videos because I got a lot of videos up on the channel. I got more stuff coming because we're doing, for some reason, we've agreed to do Loki season 2 and Doom Patrol's coming back. So I'm definitely excited for that. So again, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, do all that goodness. And let's get on with some Sterling Archer. So in this particular episode, Lana's not going in the field this time. And she's sending the team on a mission that's sending them to like some remote island where they do plastic surgery for like rich old people. There's a criminal who constantly gets plastic surgery and constantly changes his face. The team's job is to go down there, snatch this guy up, and bring him to justice. I don't know why Pam went on the mission. I guess somebody had to go on the mission. Like, does Pam still not work in HR? Like, has she graduated from HR to the field? So Pam's going on the mission. Cyril's going. I don't know why Cyril going either. Zara's back. She's going. And of course, Archer. And then Lana stays behind. Now, the Lana storyline actually was pretty funny, but we'll get to that in a second. So the gang's all there. And in order for them to get on the island, they had to go speak to the doctor of the island to talk about getting plastic surgery. They were all pretty much denied for plastic surgery because Pam said that she was perfect and didn't need the plastic surgery. Cyril actually did want to get work done, specifically on his calf muscles. Zara wanted to get a touch up to keep herself from aging. She's trying to like slow down the aging process. And Archer, I don't even know what Archer went in there for, but the doctor basically told Archer, she was like, bro, I can't even give you plastic surgery even if I wanted to. She was like, yo, you got a broken spine, you got fractured eyes, you got broken bones. She said your liver is detached from your body and basically just floating around. Like, she's like, your kidneys are like she literally said, you're like one punch away from like complete and utter death. And Krieger went on the mission too. I'm like, why is Krieger going? But I guess it had something to do with the plastic surgery aspect of it. But Archer was distraught because she basically told him, she was like, bro, you old, you ain't got it no more. And if you go up the stairs wrong, like it's a wrap for you. So Archer spent the rest of the day like sitting down by the ocean contemplating his life and trying to figure out, like what he should do, because he basically is just like, yo, I ain't got it no more. And then Pam told him, she said, well, instead of focusing on the fact that you're broken and beat up, she said, focus on the fact that like you're older to the point where you have knowledge and you can teach the young people and you can share your knowledge off with the rest of the planet. Cyril ended up getting calf surgery, so it made his calves bigger, which did absolutely nothing to the plot and it added nothing to the episode. Krieger ended up getting the doctor who performs the plastic surgery. Krieger got to know her and basically like instilled like this narcissism in her that I guess she never knew was there, and he convinced her that what she really wants to do all along is play God and create the ultimate creation. So I thought Krieger was going to hit that, but I guess he didn't. So Krieger and the doctor, they're doing stuff, and meanwhile, like, Zara is the only person who's like legitimately trying to find the target that they're trying to find. There was this one guy, he was going around like passing around drinks. He was basically like part of the waiting staff, and then when the guy was going around giving out drinks, Archer had said his name out loud. Well, actually, it was Cyril who said his name because he was like, we're still looking for this guy. And then Archer was like, we're still doing that. And then when they said his name, the guy accidentally dropped the tray, revealing his identity, and then he ran. But then they weren't the only ones who were after get him. There was another group of people who was after this guy too. And like everybody was trying to get him. So people are firing at him. Archer and the gang, they try to go get him. The guy went zip lining off the resort. Archer went and followed. And out of everybody, he's the one who fell off the wire because he was with some forest animal. Archer crash landed on the animal, I guess, which also fractured his spine even more, because it's just like, it was the whole thing where it's like he's already broken and now he just took a really bad fall. But then they ended up patching him up and they said that the animal broke his fall. So now he's at the point where he went from going from like, wow, I'm like old and washed up and like there's nothing I can do, to now he's just like, wow, he's like, I'm immortal. Like now he's thinking he's immortal and he's like, I'm invincible. He said, I survived a fall that should have killed me. He's like Sterling Archer, the greatest, like detective of all, the greatest spy of all time. So now he thinks he's the shit. So So Zara ended up finding out like where the guy was located because they said that he was supposed to go get his other surgery. They go down to where he is. They thought they saw him laying in a hospital bed. And then when they pulled the hospital bed out, because they thought that the guy was in the hospital bed, they assumed he had just got plastic surgery because his face was all wrapped up and everything. As they were wheeling him out to take him back to the authorities, the other group of people that was after this same guy ended up opening fire, and it turned to this whole shit show. Archer got shot like 15 times and he survived like every shot. There was a moment where Archer and the gang seemed like they were down for the count, but then Krieger came out of nowhere because he had turned the doctor into some weird alien hybrid monster. The monster ended up killing the mercenaries, and then the guy that they were after, he ran. They all chased after him, and then it ended up being Archer, the guy, and his two goons trapped in a steam room together. And then while they were trapped in the steam room, Archer had used a fan that Cyril had given him to get rid of the steam so he can find the guy. And Sterling Archer whooped all three of their asses, and they brought this guy to justice. And again, it's nice to see them actually completing missions, because in the past, when we watched them go on missions, they pretty much always failed. And every time they failed, like Mallory always had to come up with something, you know, to like bribe somebody. We'll get more on that later, you know, and to get over the fact that they failed the mission. But in this particular season, they're actually succeeding. Like, they captured all their targets. So they captured the guy, and then after they captured the guy, Archer passed out because he was losing a lot of blood, and then that's pretty much how that whole story arc ended. And then Krieger blew up, you know, like the doctor monster that he created. Meanwhile, back in New York, Lana's trying to run a legitimate organization, a legitimate spy organization, oxymoron. But Cheryl ended up telling her that today specifically is bribe day. Lana was like, what the F is bribe day? And then she said this is the day that Mallory Archer bribes all like the gangs and all the organized crime to keep the peace throughout the world. And then Lana was like, that's fucking ridiculous. She's like, I'm not paying these people. And then as soon as she decided she wasn't going to pay them, it was utter chaos throughout the city. Buildings were being blown up, you know, like people were dying, like children were dying and everything. And it was just utter chaos. And there was this one particular guy, his name was Gary. He was sitting in Lana's office, and he's just like, well, I'm just going to wait here until you give me my bribe. And then she's like, I ain't giving you shit. But then come to find out, there were some mercenaries who came into the spy agency, and they were going to kill Lana and everybody. And then that's when Gary stood up, because he was just like, well, he said that I know that you guys have a debt that you owe to these people, that owe a debt to these people, that owe a debt to these people who actually owe a favor to me. So he says, so as long as Lana gives me my bribe, I'll make all this go away, and I'll put the world back where it needs to be. So Lana caves in and gives him the bribe. And then the guy told her, he was like, Gary was like, look, if you still want to run a legitimate organization, he said you should start by eliminating one bribe organization at a time. But he said that this whole chaos thing ended up eliminating one group at least. So there's that. And then now Lana's just like, she don't know what the fuck to do, because I guess now like once a month she's indebted to these people, so she has to pay like her monthly bribes. But we'll see how long that lasts. And that's how the episode ended. And thank you for tuning in. So this particular episode, again, it didn't do anything to further the plot. I have no idea what the plot is still. And Zara's actions, especially like her overreactions when it comes to the rich, because there was a moment during the show where she was freaking out because people weren't tipping the waiting staff. And I don't know, I still don't trust her, but there's something about her character that's making me second guess if she's really evil, or is she just pretending to be a spy? Because like that could be it too. Like Zara could just be pretending to be a spy or be a secret agent just so she can be in a situation where she can change the patriarchy and, you know, like do good in the world. I don't know, but this is still a mystery. There is no clear-cut point to the season. It's just like the random episode of the week. But I feel like as we get closer to the end, whenever that is, we'll get the results that we're looking for. So share your questions, comments, and or concerns down below. Hit the notification bell, like and or subscribe, because like I said before, we're gonna do Loki when Loki come out. I don't know why I'm doing this shit. But am I in that desperate need of content to where I'm gonna review Loki season 2, because season 1 was trash, but hell, at least it ain't She-Hulk. And then like I said, we're also gonna do Doom Patrol, because we can say goodbye to Doom Patrol, thankfully. But check out my other reviews, because I got Warrior up on the channel. I still have my videos from New York Fashion Week, my season finale of Harley Quinn, and we'll keep rolling on for more superhero goodness until infinity and beyond. And check me out for Comic-Con when I go to New York Comic-Con in 2 weeks. So that was it, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Until next time, this one is still back. We'll be back, and this